I was recently thinking about my first year of college, and my friend Arun Ram and I used to take long walks where every day he would give me a puzzle and he would not give me the answer, and he would let me think about it deeply. And over that year, first year, we would have done about 40-50 of these logical type puzzles. And in the final year of college, when we had to solve some puzzles for interviews, a lot of the puzzles that were given to us, or questions given to us, were similar, rhyming with these, and we got pretty good at it. In fact, Arun Ram became very famous because he would solve the answer just after the question was asked, because he had solved so many. And I saw a video by Richard Feynman where he talks about this, where he had solved so many puzzles and he loved doing it, to the point where when he's given a new puzzle, people would be like, how is he solving it so fast? He must be a genius. And he was like, no, I've just seen enough of this in the past, and new puzzles rhyme with that. So one thing I learned there was that if you want to actually learn to solve problems well, the most important thing that I've seen in adults I've met is that they've had a habit of enjoying solving problems and puzzles like these from a young age, and have made it a habit to kind of pick these up and they get excited about it. So one of the most important things for us to do is to give children puzzles that are at the right level of maze running, I like to call it, where the puzzle should be good, which means that it has enough of a playground to run through different solutions to arrive at an answer. It shouldn't feel like run straight through a corridor like a homework problem. Hey, follow this recipe and get it. That's step one. Giving them enough exposure to that is like giving them a good diet of thinking and stimulation. Second thing to do is to make sure that we don't quickly give them the answer for it, but actually give them enough time to run through that playground or the maze, to get to the wrong dead ends and come back, because those wrong dead ends are what actually make them solve a new problem better, that experience of running through it. And also telling them that, hey, that is part of the problem. That's not meaning you're solving it bad, you're solving it right while doing it. And the third really important thing to keep in mind is to make the variety of these puzzles. So I solved a lot of logical puzzles, I was good at that. But one thing I noticed when I joined Khan Academy later on was a different kind of puzzle was given to me. There's $15 million, there's like 2 years, you can hire a team, you can do a bunch of things, but reaching all these children in India to get good content, good learning is what your goal is. And those kind of puzzles were a little harder for me. I wasn't thinking in as detailed a way as I was in the logical puzzles. Not because I was stupid, not because I didn't have talent for it, but because the exposure that I had to these kind of puzzles had been surprisingly low. So the third thing to keep in mind is when you're giving them these puzzles, they can be logical puzzles or math problem solving kind of ones, but also keep in mind these kind of design problems that tend to be a bit more open-ended, a bit more real world, a bit more ambiguous, and a good balance between a lot of different surface level variety we call it, kind of puzzles is also important. And that will make them actually develop a gut for what solving a difficult problem feels like. And over time, they'll abstract that into what we today call problem solving skills, and they'll have good problem solving skills.